In the age when heroes still walked beside gods, there was a kingdom divided by greed and prophecy. In Iolcus, a man named Pelias seized the throne that did not belong to him. The rightful heir, Jason, was but a child, spirited away by his mother, hidden in the care of the wise centaur Chiron. Years passed and Jason grew strong, broad-shouldered, golden-haired, with clear eyes that held the calm of reason and the fire of destiny. When he came of age, he returned to Iolcus to reclaim what was his. But King Pelias, sly and fearful, smiled coldly and said, "If you wish for your father's throne, bring me the Golden Fleece, that sacred treasure guarded by dragons in the far land of Colchis." Thus began one of the greatest voyages ever told. Jason called upon Greece's finest. From every kingdom, warriors answered. Among them were Heracles, the mighty son of Zeus, Orpheus, the musician whose songs could charm beasts, Atalanta, the swift huntress, Castor and Pollux, twin brothers of unmatched skill. Together they built a magnificent ship, the Argo, named after its builder Argus, and blessed by the goddess Athena herself. Before they set sail, the Argo spoke, for Athena had given it a voice, and it whispered prophecies to its crew. With 50 heroes aboard, Jason raised his hand to the horizon and shouted, "To Colchis! To glory!" Their journey was long and treacherous. First they came to Lemnos, an island ruled by women who had slain their husbands. The queen Hypsipyle welcomed the heroes, and for a time they lingered, until the Argo's whisper reminded Jason of his destiny. Next came the land of the Harpies, monstrous bird women who tormented the blind prophet Phineus by snatching his food. When the Argonauts drove the Harpies away, Phineus, in gratitude, revealed the path ahead and warned them of the clashing rocks, two enormous cliffs that smashed together whenever a ship passed between. Jason prayed to Athena and released a dove. The cliffs crashed shut behind it, but the dove escaped, a sign of hope. The Argonauts rowed with all their strength. The rocks thundered, splinters flew, and the sea boiled. But the Argo slipped through just as the cliffs sealed behind her. The heroes cheered. The gods were with them. At last they reached Colchis, a wild and foreign land ruled by King Aeetes, son of the sun god Helios. The Golden Fleece hung in a sacred grove, guarded by an enormous serpent that never slept. Jason stepped forward, noble and unyielding, and said, "I have come for the fleece, by right of a hero's quest." Aeetes sneered. "You shall have it," he said, "if you can complete 3 tasks, all impossible." The first task, Jason had to yoke 2 bronze bulls, beasts of fire and smoke, and plow a field with them. The bull's breath could melt stone, but the goddess Hera, who favored Jason, sought the help of Aphrodite. The love goddess sent her son Eros, who struck Medea, Aeetes' daughter, with an arrow of love. Medea, priestess, sorceress, and daughter of the sun, saw Jason and felt her heart burn. She gave him an enchanted ointment that protected him from fire. With it, Jason tamed the bulls and completed the first task. The second task, Jason was to sow the plowed field with the teeth of a dragon. From each tooth, a warrior of stone and bronze rose, armed and deadly. But Jason, following Medea's advice, threw a rock among them, and the warriors turned on one another until none were left standing. The third task, Jason was to seize the Golden Fleece itself, guarded by the sleepless serpent. That night, Medea led Jason through the moonlit grove. She sang an ancient spell, her voice trembling between love and fear, until the serpent's eyes grew heavy and closed. Jason stepped forward, lifted the shining fleece, a pelt of gold, glowing like captured sunlight, and the air shimmered with divine power. Jason and Medea fled Colchis under pursuit. Aeetes' soldiers followed in ships, and the gods themselves seemed to stir the seas against them. Medea, torn between her father and her love, chose Jason, and with her magic, she led the Argo safely through the raging waters. But the cost of their escape was heavy. A shadow would follow her forever. When the Argonauts returned to Iolcus, Jason laid the Golden Fleece before King Pelias. But the usurper broke his word. He would not give up the throne. Medea, betrayed and enraged, took vengeance. Through cunning and sorcery, She caused Peleus's own daughters to destroy him, believing they were restoring his youth. Jason reclaimed his father's throne, yet peace eluded him. For the gods do not forget those who steal their sacred treasures, nor those who break oaths bound by love and power. Thus ended the voyage of the Argonauts, a tale of courage and betrayal, love and divine wrath. Jason gained the Golden Fleece, but lost the favor of the gods, and Medea's love, once aflame, would one day turn to fire and ruin. The sea still remembers their names: Jason, the seeker of glory, and Medea, the sorceress who loved too deeply. And so I ask you, was Jason a hero driven by destiny, or a fool blinded by pride and love? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. And if you love tales of gods and mortals, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss the next legend from the Age of Myth.